let God in and let God heal us from whatever we have that is going on within us. That is very important for us to get to that place and get to that mental state to understand that that's the only way. That's the only cure. And that's the only direction that we could go in when it comes down to getting help with dealing with brokenness and dealing with the things that's continuing to put us in a position to where we're failing in life, failing ourselves and failing the ones around us. I feel like if we didn't deal with such brokenness, we would be able to deal with stuff like this virus differently. But we dealing right now with brokenness as a whole, as a country. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like because we have no choice, we're going to get through things like this. But just imagine if everybody would stand up and understand, you know, show empathy and understand that, you know what, I'm going through something and I want to be relieved of it. I'm dealing with brokenness. And this is for the people who don't understand and think that they just okay, don't understand that they're dealing with brokenness. I want to ask you a question. I want to point out a couple of things. If you're a person that, let's say you had 10,000 in your account and, you know, a friend found out your PIN number and went and took 4,000 up out of your account. If you're a person that's going to say, yeah, that happened to me, I'm going to go get me a gun or I'm going to go beat that person down or anything like that. You could say it could sound weak or whatever, but if you're a person that'll feel like that, you're a broken person. You know why you're a broken person? Because if you had real swag and you was a real strong person and you had God in your life and you had faith and your heart didn't have all that brokenness all up into it, you'll get on your knees and you'll basically say, God, have mercy. Have mercy on the revenge that come back upon this person. Because God say, vengeance is mine. And then you will turn your back and walk away. You don't never have nothing to do with that person again. But you will see God. You wouldn't seek to do what you got to do. Because always remember, the decisions that we make are always the wrong decisions. We got to make the decisions that God lead us to make. But when we take that direction, you broken. No matter what you want to think about. Oh, I'm just protecting myself. I'm just looking out. Nobody could do that to me. Nah, you broken. What do you mean nobody could do it to you? We humans. Anything can happen to you. You know? If somebody murdered you, you can't look back around and say, nobody could do that to me. No. It happened. We human. You know? But God is a forgiving God. We have to be forgiving children. If God is a forgiving God, we have to be forgiving children. Period. So if you feel like that, you broken. If you feel like, let's say your spouse cheated on you or did something wrong to you, you know, and hurt you in a lot of ways. So now you seeking revenge. You like, oh, I'm gonna get that dude back. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna get that woman back. You broken. Because to be honest, if somebody had enough heart to not want to want to take you down that direction, then you should be able to pack your stuff and say, you know what? I'm going to leave this alone, let it go and walk away and pray on it. Like I said again, God say, vengeance is mine. If you can't do that, you broken. I know everybody listening to this and say, man, this is normal stuff. How you broken if I'm going to feel like that? How you broken if I'm just feeling like, you know, I want revenge if my spouse went and cheated on me? Yeah, you broken. Because I'm just saying, if you got the heart of joy and happiness and you have faith in God and understand that God is going to fight your battles for you, you're able to let go of that feeling and that emotion that's stopping you from excelling and succeeding in your life. You broken. I'm just breaking it down and being plainly honest. If you're a person, this is number 3. I'm breaking it all down just so people can understand. I want people to understand from world terms where I'm coming from. So people won't get off of this video and say, I don't really understand what this dude was talking about when it comes down to broken, because he's speaking all that faith stuff and everything. Nah, I'm gonna break it down like this now. You know, understand my faith is number one, but I come from the streets. So I could break it down in any way you want me to break it down. You know what I'm saying? So number three, if you're a person who can have a best friend or somebody you know who you really close with, you can see them succeed, right? And instead of in your heart feeling like you want to just big them up, you really, get in your car, go home, and you sit back and say, I want everything that he got. Oh, man, I wish I had that. I want that. I want that car. I want that, I want those rims. I want his girl. I want that type of life. You broken. I know people may listen to that and say, well, you know what? That's normal. People normally feel, things like that. It ain't all the time hate. It's just people seeing somebody come up and they want it too. No, you broken, because if you wasn't broken, you'll want what God had for you. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't bother you what anybody else had. Me, I'm the type of person to see my worst enemy get $100 million. And guess what? I'm going to straight up, no lie. I'm going to say, man, that's what's up. Hey, you blessed, man. Good job. Good job. And really feel like happiness for that person. Even if it's somebody who I knew that man may now look at me like an enemy. I'm going to say that because at the end of the day, I have confidence in swag, and I have confidence in myself. I got my own swag. I'm cool with what God is going to bring to me in my life. I'm going to work hard for that. I don't need what that person got. I could be happy for them, and that's where it stays. I don't have no hate. I don't have no ill will. I have nothing for that person in a negative way. I'm going to do nothing but big up and tell that person, man, you've been blessed. Great job. That's it. If you don't just have that in your heart, you broken. And if a lot of you sit here and say, you don't have that and you're not that type of person, I'm sorry to say right here and right now, you are not telling the truth. You're lying. Okay? Because the majority of people that I saw on this earth see others that have something, even if they know the person or not, the way they sit back and look at that person with jealousy, envy, hate, or at least, man, I wish I want that. You see more of that than oh, man, great job, man. Oh, you doing your thing, man. Man, good job. You know what I'm saying? And then, you're not even thinking about it no more. You focused on yourself. I see less of that out there and more of the jealousy, envy, hate, and the want and the wish of having what that person has. I see more of that out there. And everybody know that's the truth. We all see more of that. There's no use fronting or lying about it. This is a world of that. That's more normal on this earth. But when it comes down to it, that's somebody who have a broken spirit. Those are the things that I want people to understand we have to be relieved of. And the only way to be relieved of it is to let God in your heart. Let God in your mind, your body, and your soul. Understand that you are broken and don't fear having a relationship with God because of what you've been through in your childhood and what you've been through in your life. Don't be afraid to let him in and open up because of that. Let go of that emotion and that feeling because it's going to affect you. It affected me for the majority of my life so far. I've now have had a relationship with God in a way to where I gave him my brokenness. I'm still dealing with, things, I'm human. But for the most part, I gave him my brokenness. For now, I'm going to say about 5 years of my life. Maybe 6, but at least 5. So 90% of my life, I've been dealing with pure brokenness. And that's too much. That will make a person want to commit suicide, especially without having God in your life. That will make a person want to take himself out. That will make a person not want to be here. You get what I'm saying? And those things are very important.